Hello there, guys and gals. It's Pearl Jr. here. How are you guys doing today? I probably should have wore glasses that kind of match my outfit, but the pair I just had just broke a few seconds ago. But anyway, so these were the first ones that I found. So I'm going to wait here to see if anybody pops up. If anybody pops up, there we go. I'm live. I'm live. So I hope everybody is doing well. I hope everybody is trying to prepare for the holiday season. And for those that don't have family, don't feel bad. You know, you got the Michael Jackson online family and the Believer family, right? All right, guys, we got a couple of things to go over. I'm going to go over some of the information that I released on my Twitter page. Okay, and then we're gonna move on to some good stuff. Okay, because I know that my biggest audience is my YouTube audience, right? So, but I do it on Facebook, but you know, when I go to YouTube, I get a lot more views. Okay, here we go. And you guys on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. Okay, I don't say that enough, right? All right, so here's Michael. I don't know who that is calling, but I'm not answering it. Here's Michael and his vitiligo. Okay, so anybody, and he, I don't know who that is. So, anyway, that's Michael and his vitiligo, right? And that is not Peter, Michael, Bobby calling. At least I don't think so. And then here is Michael is in a book called the 100 most influential people of the 20th century. He, according to this post, he's the only musician on the list, which is pretty good. And we're going to get to Toya in a minute. And let's see. Oh yeah, I went over this before. You know, the estate knows Michael's name is Michael Joe Jackson because they registered the domain michaeljoejacksonthemovie.com. Okay. They also registered michaeljacksondeathhoax.com after it was registered on the first. You know, I'll get to that in a minute. I think I put that on my, where did I put it? Oh yeah, I have it here. Okay. And here's the FBI page, directly from the FBI pages, and they discovered and they posted Michael's driver's license in the application, and saying that Michael's name is Michael Joe Jackson. They even had it wrong at one point as Joseph, but then they found out it's Joe. Also, you guys, if you watch my live docuseries, some of the stuff that I kind of go over, you guys can see more of. Okay, can see way more information because the live docu-series is where I took a lot of time. Cecil and I edited it, and I wrote it, and I produced it, and I hosted it, so it's really, really good. Okay, you can change a name, okay, like in the 2005 trial. In 2004, see that? They thought his name was Michael Joseph Jackson. But then, by the verdict time, they found out that his name was Michael Joe Jackson, so they changed it. And I asked Tom Mesereau about it, and he said, yeah, they figured out during the preliminaries or at some time that his real name was Michael Joe Jackson, so they switched everything. Because according to California courts, which I go over in a video, and I think I have it in a live docuseries, you have to use their true real name. And then here it is, his last driver's license, Michael Joe Jackson. Of course, check out the date that he did it, 7/21/2005, which is 7, and then 21 is 777, and 2 and 5 is 7. So he renewed his driver's license on his special day. And this is his very last driver's license. TMZ did the reporting on that's his last driver's license. So we have no proof of a name change or anything like that. And why are the death documents all in the wrong name? That's in the coroner lied about how he named and identified the dead body with the driver's license in the name Michael Joseph Jackson, and that driver's license still does not exist. Okay, I got a letter from the DMV. They don't have it. Okay, and also when I sent the DMV, the Freedom of Information Act, I sent them copies of the driver's licenses I had, and they said, yeah, well, you already know what his real name is because you sent us the driver's licenses. Okay, and they said, and the coroner said that they took, he sent it back to the Sacramento Department of Motor Vehicles. That's where the driver's license is, and they said they don't have it. So, Mr. Coroner, it's really on you and Forest Lawn. But anyway, I'm going to move on. So anyway, MichaelJacksonDeathHoax.com, they registered that too, that domain, on June 25th, 2009, right? So come on. That was the first one. We don't know who registered it, but wink, wink, it's Michael playing games, because there were like 7 domains like this. MJ is alive, Michael Jackson hoax death, a whole bunch of them. Just watch the first Alive and you'll see all the domains that were registered about Michael faking his death on the day his brother announced him dead, while wearing a shirt that said "Living as King" and called him the legendary king of pop. Okay. And then I had when they let it lapse, then I had registered. I bought the domain, right, on 5/1/2012. See, Dear Pearl. So I had bought it as well. And then I let it lapse, and then the estate bought it, right? The estate bought it 7/19/2007. There's stuff that matches this, which will be in a live 5, but I've done videos about a lot of this stuff. And there it is, the estate of Michael Jackson. There it is. Now, they had the gall to go ahead, and once it hit the National Enquirer and media takeout, right? The story did. I'm going to do Who Is, and I'm going to do Michael Jackson Death Hoax. Let me tell you how tricky they are. So anyway, so then they had to backtrack, right? So now they have it listed on private, since they got called out on it. They got listed, now it's private. And it's the same exact registration date, 7/19/2007. Michael, we know that they just paid a few dollars and got it private. Why you backtracking? Why you backtracking? Because they know they was busted playing Michael Jackson death hoax games. There's many ways to say Michael Jackson faked his death. So registering a domain doesn't mean, oh, so now if we own this domain, then that means nobody else can talk about the death hoax. That is just such hogwash. That's just such a ridiculous thing. You know, it's just, come on, guys. You know, stop playing with us like that, you know? All right, so we got that. And what else is on my Twitter timeline that I want to go over? Oh yeah, Wade Robeson, thanks to MJJ Repository, he has to pay $75,000 to the estate. And these are court fees and stuff. The Finaldi and the other law firm, they worked on contingency. So he doesn't owe them money for all the work that they've done, but he owes the estate money that the law firm isn't going to pay. Okay, so, you know, Wade, it didn't work, Wade. Come on. I mean, you know you're lying. You know, why would you do that? You really thought it was going to work? And here's kind of the breakdown of what he owes, you know. So the estate requested $112,960. The judge reduced it by $37,533. So the final award is $75,427. And it really should be a lot more, because why'd you do that to the greatest entertainer that was your friend that helped make your career? Dang, Wade and James, gosh. You guys should be ashamed of yourselves. Okay, I've had this tweet up since April 28th, right? And it says, I'll forever know through nearly 12 years, well, over 12 years of in-depth research, Michael Joe Jackson did not die on June 25th, 2009. Absolutely nothing proves it. Anybody that says it's ridiculous don't know the facts of the investigation. If the MJ estate, the Jackson family members, the coroner, LA courts, Forest Lawn want to prove me wrong, I welcome it. So I have to say this on camera. Okay, what did I do? Oh no, what did I do? Let's see if I can go back. Okay, you guys are still there. Okay, all right. Oh, why is it doing that? My fat fingers? Yep, my fat fingers. So, I'm here. Okay, but just to make a blanket statement to say, oh, the death hoax is ridiculous. Or Michael is dead. That's been said since June 25th, 2009. That is not news. That is not anything new. And no one in the Jackson family is going to say Michael faked his death until Michael tells them it's okay to say that. Okay? It's in denial mode. Okay? It's like deny. If Taj Jackson wants to sit down with me or do a live with me where I can discuss this huge community that we have, the believer community, because my YouTube videos have been viewed over 7 million, almost 7.6 million times. And I'm not even the number one. I don't have the most. The Belief channel has more views than I do. Okay. Jonelle Starr had more. No, I don't think she topped mine because she quit a long time ago. But I do have the documentaries, you know. And they cost a lot of money to make. They're not cheap, especially when me and Cecil can't work a regular job. You know, gosh, you know, we got bills to pay. So that's part of the production is, you know, paying our fees, you know, ourselves, you know, by, you know, taking off of work and not being able to earn a living while we're producing these documentaries. I have so much good stuff for Live 5. I have so much good stuff for Live 5. So if anyone at all wants to, Taj Jackson, if you want to do a live with me, you know, I'm very up, very peppy, very, you know, happy. I'm not a bully, you know, but there are some questions that I think we should know about. And if you have the answers, please tell us where we're wrong, please, because none of my information has been debunked. It's all 100% factual. Somebody went through my documentaries with a fine-tooth comb. The only thing they could find was one adjective that's immaterial and irrelevant. Okay, that's it. Other than that, 100% factual. And no one, unless I told you what that adjective was, would find it. Okay, it's just that this person was obsessed. Okay, so anyway, I welcome that. And also, Taj, I'm not sure that you saw Michael's dead body. I'm not sure because you said you knew Michael was dead when your daughter was born and he didn't call to congratulate you or something, which it's reasonable to conclude from that statement that you didn't see the dead body, like you had hope that he could have faked his death until he didn't come and see the baby. Maybe he was at the hospital in disguise for all we know. We know Michael traveled in disguise. This is not a far out statement. It's a very real, true statement. Michael traveled in disguise all the time. So he might have been at the hospital and saw the baby. I don't know. You know, but what's funny, Taj, is your two watch-alongs, where at the end of the watch-along, which is in a Live 4, it was about somebody who was supposed to be dead and how these hands brought him back to life. So what are we supposed to think about that? And you said Michael showed you that movie, so you tied it directly to him. And then the second watch-along, which will be in a Live 5, was about imminent death. Everybody thought that they were going to die. They thought they were going to die. They thought they were going to die. They thought they were going to die. And guess what? They didn't die because they believed that they wouldn't die. So both of those are kind of like wink, wink, nod, nods. Because you said Michael made you watch those movies. So maybe Michael was in preparation of trying to tell you what he was going to do. Just like him in the Ankh symbol. Okay? Where he wore it on a black jacket, a red jacket, and to the family dinner in Beverly Hills at the Indian restaurant. Okay, he had the Ankh symbol on his leg. Okay, so he had it on his pants, on his shirt, and on a red shirt. And the red shirt, it was the profile picture to the MJJ Jackson 1958 that they stopped tweeting. And the last tweet was about 3T. The last tweet was on June 24th, and Peter Michael Bobby opened his account on June 24th, 2009. I mean, please. If you want, Taj, if you want to watch my documentaries, you don't have to pay. I'll send you a promo code to watch them for free. That way, if you agree to do a live with me, at least you'll know. You'll be prepared, you know, because a lot of this stuff, you can't guess it. You can't imagine it. You can't guess it, but it's all true and all factual and all real. Okay? All right. So I said, and also, why weren't the nieces and nephews at the burial ceremony on September 3rd? I mean, celebrities got to go before nieces and nephews got to go, which is a fact because we have it recorded. So I'm not sure what's going on, and I can never say what's going on in the Jackson family. All I can do is draw on the information that's out there and pull it out and just kind of analyze it and kind of compare it with other information and draw a conclusion. And my conclusion, after 12 years of investigation, 4 documentaries, a 115,000 word e-movie book, and a short film, And over 500 death hoax videos is Michael Jackson faked his death. That is my conclusion. Despite the words that come out of people's mouth, when I pick it apart and when me and the whole entire community pick it apart, this is what we believe. And it's not based on nonsense, and it's not ridiculous. I mean, not one death document's in the right name and there's no name on the grave. I mean, an alleged victim and alleged date of death and the Murray verdict, and his name not used at UCLA, his name not used in the 911 call. I mean, the coroner lied and said how he identified the dead body. I don't know why you guys didn't go identify the dead body, why that isn't on the autopsy. That his mother came down and identified the body, or his brother came down and identified the body, or even you, somebody. It says they identified the body with a driver's license in the name of Michael Joseph Jackson, and that's how they got the name too. And 12 years, there is no driver's license in the name of Michael Joseph Jackson. There is none. They're all in the name of Michael Joe Jackson. But we're being ridiculous? I'm just saying. All right. Now, when I first came out with my book Suicide, which was May 21st, I believe it's 21st of May, May 21st, 2010, I had been researching the death hoax all that time, right? But I wasn't going to dare report on it because I had the same thoughts as other people. I don't want to offend the family. I don't want to, what about the kids? I don't want to offend, friends. I was like, oh, gosh, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? So I was respectful, and I've always been respectful, and nobody can say with honesty that I haven't supported Michael since I was credential media at his 2005 trial, okay? Even have a documentary to prove how supportive I was, right? And, but I was willing to learn the truth about him. I wasn't like some ridiculous fan that wouldn't see the truth. I go for facts, proof, evidence, and clues, right? So, anyway, what was I going to say? Gosh, I lost my train of thought. See, that's why I start rambling, then I lose my train of thought. Okay, well, anyway, somebody, you can remind me what my train of thought was. Let's see. Somebody remind me what I was talking about. But anyway. So, so when I first came out, that's what it was. With my book Suicide, that's what it was. When I was first coming out with my book Suicide, May 21st, 2010, right after that, when Ramon knew I was coming out with the book, I was on her radio show and talked about it. Also, I was invited to help promote the Catherine event where she was promoting her book Never Can Say Goodbye. It was a Michael Jack Forever Michael event. I was asked. I went down there the day before. I interviewed the guy who just busted up laughing. I always wonder if that was Michael, but hey, I don't know. Okay. Joe Fammy. Joe Fammy. That was his name. Okay. And he was the organizer of that event, and he was the sponsor of that event. So I went down to the Beverly Hills Hotel and I interviewed him for the event. And Catherine also got to interview him. And then I got free passes, and, I got VIP, and I got to be credentialed media. So I thought at that point, girl, you're doing the right thing, because you invited to Jackson events with the mama, right? So I was like, whoo, shoosh. Thank gosh. Even though I knew the facts, the proof, the evidence, and the clues, I knew all that, and I knew I had a viable argument that Michael faked his death. But when I was invited to that event, I was like, oh, yeah, all right. Right? Okay. So anyway, I have been careful. I really have been. And I've been very respectful, and I have been very loving and very supportive of Michael. So there's nothing to fear if Taj and I can do a live together. I'd love to do that. I love it. Okay? Now, let's talk about Sister Latoya. Latoya. We like Latoya, right? All right. So Latoya did this interview. Okay. Let's turn this around. Why does my fat fingers keep doing that? Because I think the calibration on my phone is off. Okay, this is an interview that Latoya did for GMTV bonus interview 6/25/2010. So we're talking about the day before the Forever Michael event, which was on the 26th. This is, I believe this is a Friday. Okay. And so LaToya did this interview, right? And it was uploaded on June 25th, 2010. Okay. So in this interview, let's just listen to a couple of things that she says.
I believe that something would have happened to Michael where he wouldn't have made it. He would have fallen sick. He would have said, "Oh, I can't do it," or I know Michael. And to be quite frank with you, not just myself, but when we first heard that, when my father called me and said, "Here, Michael's rushed to the hospital, get over there," my first thought, my initial thought was, "Oh no, did Michael do something to pretend like he's sick so he can get out of this?" That's what I thought. That's what several members in the family thought. That's what we thought. And we didn't kind of like, wait a minute. And my father came back again and said, "It's serious. It's really serious, and you must go over there."
Okay, so she is talking about, this is it. They thought that Michael was faking it, faking that he was sick so he wouldn't have to do the This Is It concerts, okay? So we got that. And then I have another one at 7:25. At 7 minutes and 25 seconds. Okay. All right. Here we go. LaToya.
We look alike. It's not me. I think it was misunderstood. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
How will you remember Michael in your heart?
I have never forgotten him. I will try to remember him. And when I say that, I mean, when I say I've never forgotten him, I want to think he's still here. And for me, it's safe territory. And it's so funny because I was speaking to my mother last night, and we were both really crying. And I said, "Mother," she goes, "Honey, I just can't believe he's not with us." I know, Mother, isn't it difficult? And she said, "I just can't believe it." And you can't. You just, I think you choose not to. I think that's what it is. You choose not to. We just can't believe it. And we don't want to believe that he's no longer with us. So I like to think that he's still here.
Okay. So when you hear stuff like that, you know, you're like, okay, she's pretending he's still here, you know? So you're kind of like, oh, okay. It's okay, you know, to pretend like Michael's still here. Okay? You know, that statement, it's pretty loaded to me. About, you know, they're going to pretend that Michael, you know, is still here and he faked his death or whatever. So that was kind of like, oh, that's kind of a wink, wink. You know what I mean? And I think at that time, they thought that it was going to be exposed that that dead body wasn't Michael. And I don't believe that that dead body is Michael. And there's many, many, many reasons. And watch all my stuff. You guys will know why. Okay? Now, in Alive 5, I'm going to go, there's more stuff in Alive 5 that's coming. I don't know when I'm going to be able to do it. Hopefully sometime next year, I'll be able to do it some kind of way. All right. So now, I want to get to something else, which is what Papa Joe said, which was like on the same day. June 25th, 2010, I think it was Ohio. It was a radio station in Ohio. I mean, a TV station in Ohio that Joe said this with. Okay, so here we go. This is part of my Alive 2. Okay, Alive 2. And I picked the death photos apart. Oh man, we don't want to read that. Okay, it's almost there. It's almost. Here we go. Here we go.
I'm thinking that Marcus is still alive. It just seems that way.
Okay, so that was a part of Alive 2. Okay, so when you hear stuff like that, you like, dang, are they trying to give us wink winks that Michael's still here? You know, I mean, and there's so much more stuff. There's so much. I remember Jermaine and Larry King, I tried to find it, but it took too long, saying, where are you, Michael? Where are you? Where are you, Michael? Like giggling. You know what I mean? So, and then, you know, just so much stuff. I mean, just so much. I mean, I wouldn't have over 500 videos about the death hoax if it was nothing. And, you know, and if I was to, let's go here. Let me show you how well my videos are rated on YouTube. Okay, let's go to my channel. I've been wanting to show you guys this, and I just never have. Okay, here is my channel. And it says, here we go. And then where my video, where do I find that? Your videos. Let's see if this is how it is. It lists like all the likes and stuff, and I have like an over 90% like rate, over 90%, 85, 90, 90, 90, and you know the haters, they make accounts, you know, I hate to say it, and it's not just one, it's a few, it's just a couple of them, maybe 5 that I know about, but then there are people that just come on the channel just for 1 minute. And they come on the channel and or watch one video and they're like, oh, this is ridiculous, because they think it should be on the media. It should be in the mainstream media. But mainstream media, trust me, all the people who have called it ridiculous or said I was a bad person have said, oh, I'm going to show her. I'm going to show her up. I'm going to show her. And then they shut up after a while, because then they go and they look and they find out that I'm telling the truth. Okay, so here is my... Okay, here are all my videos, okay, 87, 86, 90, 88, 93, 94, 90, 91, 90, 93.4, 91, 91, 93, 96, 92, 94, 95, 92, 92, 89, 90, 93, 92, 83, 91, 90, 94, 93, 92, 96.7, 94. I mean, these are the percentages of people that like my videos. It's over an average of the 90s. Okay, here's another 30. Okay, 96, 92, 93, 93, 92, 94, 93, 91, 92, 90, 92, 92, 91, 92, 92, 92, 92, 93, 92.9, 96, 78. That's the one that had to do with Trump. I think I mentioned Trump's name on that one. Okay. 87, 93, 89, 85, 85, 80, 80, 90, 90, 90. Okay, 88. Okay. That's an over 90% average rate. So that would be an A. That would be an A. Okay. And how many likes have I had? Okay, let's see if I can do the number of likes that I've had. You know, and I think it's very good to, when you're considering that the world thinks Michael Jackson is dead, and the family keeps saying Michael Jackson is dead. So my information is really solid among the fan base to get all those 90s in there, okay, and a few 80s, but mostly 90s. And what I was saying was the haters will open multiple accounts so they could press dislike. And I've had to, you know, I've had to delete and block so many, because I'll look and see who they are, and they just open their account and they have like they have no subscribers, or one subscriber, or no videos, or one video. So I know that it's the same people that are opening multiple accounts to put dislikes on there. So let's see with all my likes. Let's see how many likes I have. Oh, let's see. Oh, let's do the last lifetime. Let's do lifetime. Lifetime. Okay. Lifetime. Here we go. Here are my lifetime stats. Okay. My channel has gotten 7.6 million views. 7.6 million views. So, hours watched, how many subscribers. Look, I've made hardly no money doing this. That's how much I've made since 2006. That's how much. Okay, so fans, I'm not making money here. Okay. Oh, look at my #1 videos about B. Howard. Oh yeah, I forgot. Todd said that B. Howard isn't Michael Jackson's son as well. Okay, how would he know? Did Michael discuss with him when he was 7 years old who was he having sex with? Okay. It's a secret. And if it's a secret, but also with Brandon Howard, I need to talk about Brandon Howard just for a second. I had a friend who just has no idea about the Michael Jackson death hoax, had no idea that a Brandon Howard even existed. When she heard the voice, she was dumbfounded. Okay, dumbfounded about the voice and the way he looks and mannerisms and everything. The name Brandon is, Michael's deceased brother, which was Marlon's twin, was Brandon. Billie Jean, Mickey loved Billie Holiday. Michael refused to change the name. Okay. The date, the song Billie Jean, the whole thing. My baby's eyes look like mine, oh no. So it's about a guy who said, no, it's not my baby. No, 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 no. Until he had to admit it one day that, yeah, the baby is mine. By saying, oh no, my baby's eyes are just like mine. Okay? Brandon was conceived during that. Mickey was pregnant. Brandon was a baby. Okay? Brandon supposedly was born April 2nd, I believe. And I think, Paris is April 3rd? I know they're like one day apart. Just like Michael and Giovanni, right? Her birthday's on the 28th, I think, of August, and Michael's the 29th or something like that. Okay. But anyway, with Brandon. So the time of conception, and we know that Mickey lived in the house, and Joe was her manager. And I could just see Papa Joe telling Mickey to go get with Michael and make him a man. I could just see it. I'm sorry. I could just see, because the boys have more children than the girls by far. By far. The boys are just baby makers, right? LaToya has no kids. Janet has one, maybe two, which I believe is Brandy, which is Janet's daughter, because she looks like a DeBarge, and she looks just like the DeBarge daddy. Okay? These are my opinions, right? And LaToya has no kid, and then Rebe, she has 3. But Jermaine, what do you got? 7, 8? Tito with 3. And, we're talking about Marlon has 3. Randy, I don't know how many Randy got, 3 or 4. I have no idea, but it's boys make up the majority of Catherine and Joe's grandchildren. Okay, so where does it say reach, likes, engagement? Let's see, reach. Where is the likes? Where is the percentage of likes? I know where most of them come from. Engagement. I think engagement is where it is. Engagement. Key moments, top moments. I don't know. Audience, maybe? I'm trying to figure out. I made $1,700 in 16 years with 7.6 million views. Come on. I'm not doing this for the money. I'm here to tell you guys, okay? I do it because I care about Michael, and I'm already invested in this. I don't know where I find my likes at. Oh, gosh. Let's see. I'm trying to find it. Here. I probably should have looked. I thought I knew where to find the likes. I don't know. I don't know where it is. The likes are at. But anyway, that's my #1 video. That video almost has 500,000 views. Okay. And my second most watched video, let me show you guys. My second most, there I go again with my fat fingers. My second most watched video is a Michael Jackson New Corpse Details Warning. That one has 405 views. The B. Howard again, 234. And a Michael Jackson sighting confirmed. And who's Michael Jackson's dead body? Brandon Howard again. And then, oh, look at Conrad Murray. He says the dead body, not Michael. When I got back, it's the same, not the same body that I saw. Okay? I don't make this up. And then Brandon Howard again. And then my question, do the Jacksons know that Michael Jackson is alive? 109. And Michael Jackson's accuser, all busted. Oh, Safe Chuck. Oh, yeah, that had about the way my coverage of the Leaving Neverland and Safe Chuck and Oprah and all this stuff. I don't know where I see my likes. I just don't know, guys. I don't know. But you can, oh, shoot. Turn the camera around. Turn the camera around. Turn the camera around. Come on. My camera won't turn around. It's just not working right now. There we go. Oh, my goodness. All right. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to talk to you guys about that. And let Taj know that, after 12 years, you can say more than it's ridiculous. because we're not buying that. That changes nobody's mind whatsoever that's a believer, because we know it's not ridiculous. We know through the years of research. So if you don't mind, I love to have a live with you. Love. But I'll let you watch it. So just contact me, PearlJR@MichaelJacksonInsider.com, or on my Twitter page, or on my Facebook page, wherever, at PearlJR, or my Instagram. I'm totally available. Or go to my website. I got a phone number there that you can call. And we can discuss it, and I'll send you a promo code, and you can watch it ahead of time, and you can be prepared, and let me know why it's ridiculous, because I think it's kind of disparaging for my work and my investigation for you to say it's ridiculous when it's not. It's totally reasonable. Anybody, as if I could know all this stuff and not share it with the fans. Of course I had to share it with the fans. But anyway, guys, I got a date with Ruby, my granddaughter, and I just have to address one little thing. I had made a post maybe a month ago or so. I think it was during the California they're trying to get rid of our governor, recall campaign for Governor Gavin Newsom. It was during that time. And we had a candidate named Larry Elder. And I used to be on KABC Talk Radio a lot, but I don't, and he came on before me. I was never on his show. But Larry Elder is a dark-skinned black guy, right? And he's a Republican. And he always goes against black people, okay? And he had said that in regards to reparations, and reparations means the Chinese got reparations, and so did the Native Americans. They got reparations for what the white power structure did to them, and took away their property or their rights, and they made compensation by giving money. All right, we were supposed to get, as Africans, African descendants, African Americans, we were supposed to get 40 acres and a mule. That really never happened, okay? With that, Larry Elder said we don't deserve reparations as black people, and I can't believe somebody would call me while I am online. I can't believe somebody's calling me while I'm online. I mean, this is ridiculous, and I've already deleted it. And don't call back, okay? Don't call back. I'm on live right now. All right. So anyway. So there was a campaign that we should get reparations like the Chinese did and like the Native Americans did for our years of working for free and being slaved and kidnapped and taken from our land and, put through holy hell generation after generation, and Jim Crow and how the discrimination is and all this other stuff. Larry Elder, a black dark-skinned guy, said that he said the person that should get reparations is the slave owners, because they had their property taken away. I mean, unpack how sick that is. Unpack how sick that is. So, I called him an Oreo, okay? An Oreo cookie has nothing to do with biracial people. Nothing. Nothing. It has to do with somebody who's black on the outside, like an Oreo cookie, but white on the inside. It is a black person who thinks of white people first. That's what we call an Oreo cookie. Oreo cookies have nothing to do with biracial, because an Oreo cookie is black and white. It's not mixed up, and it's not beige. It's not brown. It's not, it's black and white. So, somebody had sent me that somebody had said that I was calling my granddaughter an Oreo cookie. I was like, no, of course not. She's not an Oreo cookie. She wears, Ruby t-shirts for the little black girl that integrated the schools, because her name's Ruby. So so Ruby is my granddaughter, and I would never ever call her anything derogatory, because I love her very much, and me and her have a date. So I thought I would just address that. And so anyway, I gotta go. I'm going to see Ruby. We're going to a reading at a library. And I will see you guys next time. Okay? Bye-bye.